So I'm listening to all these different podcasts, everybody from last podcast on the left to Joe Rogan, just like what is going on. And I felt like the podcasts were actually telling me things that were way more accurate than what I was seeing in the media. And the biggest one being that Trump could win the election. And then when he won, I was like, whoa. And that just sparked this curiosity in me. It was like, how could they have been so wrong? And then I started to read, like I talked to Ryan Holiday, I emailed him, I was like, how did this happen? Like, I want to understand media more. I want to build a company in media that helps like solve this problem. And he sent me a book list. And the first book was The Brass Check.
It was slow you down there, like listening to podcasts to emailing Ryan Holiday.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big leap. I mean, it was just a cold email. Like,
yeah,
he has the experience of like hacking media from
yes,
American Apparel and stuff. But why? How do you like, what goes through your mind that's like, I'm going to send Ryan an
I'd been
email?
reading Ryan's stuff at that point for like 3 years. He had been, I fundamentally believe, like, and Jack Butcher talks a lot about this, but like you don't, like, mentorships are all out there. They're all in the books that you have the opportunity to read. And Ryan had like been a very impactful author to me. It's funny because like now we're kind of associates, which is hilarious, but we went to rival high schools.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like I was like a pretty big fan.
In Hawaii?
No. So I went to high school in California.
Right.
Yeah. And so he went to Granite Bay and I went to Nevada Union High School. But I just, in college, I really enjoyed his stuff. Like a big reason Caroline and I are dating is because he wrote an article about like 20 things you should do in your 20s. And one of them was being in a relationship that's serious and like all of the benefits you can have from that. And that was like when I decided, I was like, oh, I guess I should probably consider that. And then I met Caroline and now we're getting married. So weirdly owe a lot to Ryan. Like he also was the reason I started working for Aubrey.
So back up. First email to Ryan. Yes. When's the first time you emailed Ryan, and what was going through your mind when you're?
It was like 2016. I think.
Were you emailing other people at the time?
No, just Ryan. Well, here's the thing about Ryan though. He will respond to every person's email he gets.
I think I've gotten a reply from him.
Yeah, he responds to everyone's. Yeah. So it's not like I did anything special to get that response, but I was just like, okay, this guy has been impactful in his writing, and I just needed like an answer because I was just like so fed up at my work, and I saw this like this contradiction in the universe. And there's like Adam Robinson quote, and it's basically like there's nothing wrong in the world. It's your model that's wrong with the world. Like everything in the world makes sense. When something doesn't make sense, it's not the world not making sense. It's your model. And it just, I had this like kind of like aha moment where I was like, oh shit. Like all of this comes down to the monetization system of media. And this is the outcome that we got because the customers are not the people receiving it. The customers are the brands and the advertisers.
Yeah. And that seems like so in 2016, you sort of had this idea like this needs to be changed. But it seems like you felt that with like the force of God. It was
the Quake moment for me. It was like I've always known I want to be an entrepreneur. I always want to do something that could add value, and it finally felt like I was at a place where like, oh, this is the thing I can do.
If you like that clip, you can click somewhere up around here for the full episode. And don't forget to subscribe to get alerts for full episodes and clips of the Pathless Path video podcast.